I had some questions regarding yeah, health actually. Because there are some I actually have some issues with that I've been having since I've been growing up. And allergy, I always had like allergy against the grass and pollen. I think pollen is okay, but grass, because like this summer now I've been noticing I've had a lot of like uh, yeah, dripping in my eyes, like rashes and like
Hay
feeling.
fever,
What do you say?
like a hay fever, but a strong
Not
hay fever.
fever, but I'm feeling like very sneezy and
Yeah, but
yeah,
in England, like what the symptoms that you're expressing is called hay fever. It
hay
basically
fever.
gives people like itchy eyes, itchy roof of their mouth, like watery eyes, sneezes,
Yeah, that I can get. Yeah,
bit tired, and then obviously people take antihistamines for things like that, don't they? And then they get very
yeah,
drowsy, like
yeah.
a yeah.
That I can feel exactly like that. Yeah. What do you think that is? I mean, is it still so much toxins still stuck?
Well, this is the thing. You can be in the circle of people saying you just need to continue to detox this and it's going to go away. And you detox so much that you become very deficient. I'm guessing that you were, vaccinated as a child, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Actually took I vaccinated 2019 when I was traveling to Asia. I think it was
Okay.
hepatitis B or A or something like that. I did twice, so I wasn't very woke at that time.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. It's crazy, but yeah, I got swine flu vaccine when in 2009. Then I got it when I was a kid, the whole shebang. So yeah, do you think that can have some issues with that?
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of people, predominantly women, they tend to get autoimmune diseases, but hay
Mm,
fever, I would say, is probably more than likely a cause of vaccines. And
okay.
you just essentially you're just getting irritated and having like this histamine release, and then you just get into allergy. So essentially, the body's just finding what's being brought to it from like is it like fresh cut grass and heavy pollen and
Yeah, it's especially now always okay. So been having this since I was a child, but usually at tomorrow we celebrate the midsummer here in Sweden. It's a very big like celebration this weekend. So at this time, usually every year I'm like at the worst time, very like yeah, running nose and eyes and that kind of stuff. So this is usually because now the grass and everything is kind of like really yeah at its
have you noticed at all just because inflammation affects all of this, have you
Mhm.
ever fasted around summertime and noticed that the symptoms kind of went away?
I fasted 3 days last year with water only. I think it was
Yeah.
kind of this time, but
Hmm.
I don't really remember. I was detoxing a lot. I remember because I've had
You're
I
probably
had
feeling
headache
quite
and
ill.
I had headache and I had like I was very tired.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd say
tired.
there's a few things that you could do. I say one of the probably the most powerful things is going to be mental aspect around this and trying to reprogram the body's like response
Hmm.
at this time because the body's just recognizing these things as foreign and dangerous and essentially having this allergy or allergic reaction to them.
Mm.
Have you ever tried, just let's talk about things to try first, like have you ever tried eating, consuming like your local honey around from, let's say, within 50-mile radius of your house?
No, I'm
No.
actually I don't use honey that much, but I want to use it a little bit more because I used to have agave syrup. That was the question I asked you in one of your calls.
Yeah.
But I haven't used it since then, and I think I'm gonna use honey instead. So you think I
Yeah.
should buy like a local
If you
honey?
can, because it can take that. If you imagine the bees are going around everywhere
Yeah.
and they're just floating on all the flowers, collecting all the pollen. So you're having a mixture of all the local area pollen and the things that cause you to have this allergy. So your body's getting used to it and accepting it rather than just having, the odd day where it's very intense and the pollen count's very high. You're going to have a slow and steady balance of these array of different types of pollen, which is known to really help and be a remedy for hay fever.
Hmm.
So if you just consume it every day, I use it for gym. I used to use I used to juice grapes, but then I decided just to move to honey, and honey's been really good for me, and I enjoy
Okay.
it very much.
Do you
So
use it
I,
in the water, or do you just take a spoon and
yeah,
use it?
I
Yeah.
just use it in the water that I drink, like, into workout. So through
Okay.
my whole workout, I usually put like between 60 and 100 grams of honey in, but because I'm a larger guy,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
use like, you maybe just like 30 to 50 grams
Okay.
in 500 ml of local honey. I would start with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I will definitely try it out.
Yeah.
But maybe
Just,
that's the thing you said as well, the mental aspect, because every time I feel a little bit, I'm kind of like my
yeah.
mental I kind of like put myself in a state that okay, now I'm gonna feel even worse because I can
Yeah.
just notice it, and that's the way it's gonna happen. So if I can
Yeah.
maybe just cut that out and just it will just go away.
Well, it's
Maybe
the
like
same with the honey, The honey is like if you imagine it as a gradual desensitization to like local pollen.
yeah,
So it's slow and steady. The body's become, it's like if you came off fasting for so long and you just put rice into your body.
yeah,
You're gonna have like maybe itchy nose, start feeling like flu-like symptoms. What it is just putting it in slow and steady, getting your body basically used to this. Now, the same, if you were to go into the garden and to close your eyes, sit down, maybe in like a meditative way, you just smell some flowers that usually cause you to trigger in, and just sit with it and try to come to an acceptance with it and say that it's okay to have this in me. This isn't causing me harm, and just utilize the power of the mind to shift the body's immune response to it, which is
mhm,
absolutely a known fact, but it depends on the ability that you have. So definitely try that. Definitely try the local honey.
okay,
And you feel it, just say it's okay. Realize that the body's attacking what's being brought into it, and it doesn't need to. It's safe. It's clean.
okay,
It's fine. It's effective. And just create maybe a personal mantra that you write down. It's safe. It's clean. It's fine. I love nature. The pollen is
mm,
perfect for me. And sit with it. And that should bring some sort of shift. So honey and that are really the two things that I would recommend. Other than
okay,
that, you'd find what you'd say remedies online. It's
yeah,
like stinging out tea, but this helps with like inflammation, so it's going to reduce the symptoms a little bit. And I
okay,
think I think your diet's so optimal that you're going to be full of nutrients, the correct ones. The body's not really going to be deficient in anything as long as you're supplementing, the B12s and you got enough sun. So those would be the two recommendations that I would focus
okay.
on.